Jerry, it's your Uncle Leo. Hello.
Hello, Leo. You don't have to yell.
I got your package.
How did you get my package?
Leo's got your package?
What should I do with it?
I don't know what you should do with it.
Tell him to open it.
I'm not going to treat my uncle like a bomb-diffusing robot.
Jerry, your cousin Jeffrey's in a Parks Department production of The Mikado. I want you to come see it with me.
Open the package, Leo.
Okay.
Opening!
Hello, and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinny.
My name's Matt.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm saying hello like that. I'm doing well. I'm saying hello like that because we have an appearance by Uncle Leo in this week's episode.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know, just right out the gate, I'm going to pump the brakes. I've got some construction going on in my building, so apologies if there's any... I don't know, banging or packages exploding throughout the episode. We're gonna try to cut around it or to stop talking if it gets really loud. But
Is that Conrad, Connie, or Con down there making all that noise?
I think all three of them are down there. Yeah,
like this. I like
more
this.
like this. Vinny, we're gonna be pretty topical here on Seincast.
Sure. Let's get into it.
You sent me a video yesterday that I found very amusing. You want to tell our listeners all about it?
Absolutely. I was perusing Reddit yesterday, and who do we see on the front page but Jerome Seinfeld? And it's a video, and I believe the title said like cringe-worthy Seinfeld snubs Kesha or something. And I didn't know what it was, and I was kind of afraid to watch the video. But I went ahead and clicked on it, and how do we play the video, Matt, the audio, or do we let them go watch it themselves? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll play the audio here. I'm sure a lot of listeners have heard of this because it was trending like crazy last night.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Jerry's at some red carpet event being interviewed, and then this woman just comes out of nowhere. She really sidles up, and here's what happens.
It's hard to just sleep when you're tired because people are tired most of the time.
Kesha, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that's Kesha.
Okay, well, I wish her the best.
Now, the audio the
Doesn't
audio
do it justice.
Exactly my point. You have to watch it. It's my first gut reaction when I saw this was, ooh. It is so difficult to watch. Jerry, he snubs this woman. He rebuffs her. And I don't know. I kind of felt dirty after watching it. Like I was like, man, I understand not wanting to be touched, but it's a fan wanting to hug you. Like I don't see the big deal, but I don't know. I didn't think Jerry looked great in that moment.
You disappoint me, my friend.
Like you would hug Kesha?
Well, it's funny when you sent it to me, I felt the same way. I'm just like, oh man, here's Jerry just,
You said it before.
being Jerry, right? And
and I was reading the comments. Even other people have said he's had this reputation of being, I want to tread lightly, but just like he doesn't seem as affable or as like approachable as Larry David. Go figure. You know what I mean? Like but.
I don't know.
We're dancing here.
Jerry doesn't listen to the show.
No, if I could defend Jerry for a moment, even though I disagree,
and then afterwards you can defend Kathy Griffin, and
there we okay, yeah, he's within his right to decline a hug. Like if he doesn't want to be touched, he doesn't want to be touched. But I'm a hugger. I like to be hugged. But it was just in that moment. I cringed, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, he's being honest and saying, thank you, no. Thank you, no. And
he just backs away slowly.
It was a weird back and forth for me.
Well, yeah, I felt the same way you did at first, cringeworthy, and I felt kind of bad for her. But then I started thinking about who Jerry is and how you're just surrounded by people who, love you, or at least heap praise on you. So, and who always want a piece of you. So I'm sure that gets a little frustrating. You'll take a compliment, say thank you very much, wipe your mouth.
I give you $50.
But it's like if everyone, like the kiss hello, if everyone wants a hug hello, you're going to get exhausted after a while. And I'm quoting a friend of mine because I don't know anything about Kesha. She said that Kesha is gross. So I wonder, too, if maybe Jerry saw Kesha. It was just a little like, I'm not hugging that.
But if you watch the video in full, he said, I don't know who that was, but I wish her well. It's like a double insult. Like, I'm not going to hug you, but you're a celebrity, but I don't know who she was. But I hope she's well.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. I find it somewhat annoying when something like that trends like crazy all over the internet because everyone's talking about it. But it is great when it's Jerry, and it just makes you realize like how much he is like the Jerry character on the show.
That was there was articles coming out, and I think even other Reddit users inserted like Seinfeld dialogue into the video or inserted that video into Seinfeld scenes. Like it's already happening. It's already in the hopper.
Well, I think the kiss hello, right, is probably the most, is the easiest connection maybe to make to Seinfeld.
Yes, sir.
But is there a hug issue? Well, no hugging, no learning.
No, somebody already put the GIF up of when Jerry and George came out of the pilot meeting and they went to hug each other and they said, like, what are we doing?
We're not doing that, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Vinny, before we get started here, I feel like we have this tradition. By tradition, I mean we did this last week of me asking you a trivia question before we get started.
I'm aware.
And I figured we could maybe kick off this week and our listeners could play along. Can you name the 5 appearances by Larry David on Seinfeld where his face is featured, right? Not just his voice, his face.
Okay. Face. So I have to physically see him.
Physically see him.
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily have to have a bit of dialogue, but...
Okay. Now, the one that springs to mind is as Frank Costanza's lawyer in The Cape. Mm-hmm. It's a big one. And then already coming to mind is, excuse me, Your Majesty, but we don't accept bills with lipstick on the president. There's 2.
Nailed it.
Let's see. 5. Lord.
And I can give you and the listeners a hint. The other appearances are in seasons 3 and 4.
Okay, so I got 3 left, and then 3 and 4. Oh, Smog Strangler in season 4 was that the Keys or the Trip when George. When
Larry
they arrest Kramer, you see Larry and Larry. You see a young Larry David and Larry Charles, right?
Yes, in the lobby of the apartment building.
From Kramer's point of view, that's 3.
It's a creepy shot. Do you remember it? Like
I do, yeah.
I don't know. He's like Larry's at a distance and he's just staring at the camera. It's very odd.
That's 3. Is Larry in the pilot episode? Like you see Tom Sharonis and Larry's not in it.
You mean the episode? Yeah, the pilot.
He's not in that.
He might be.
Man,
he might not be on set.
No, but is he in that episode?
He might be.
Struggling. Help me out, people. What?
Well, think about towards the end of the episode.
Keep fighting, matey. I'll tell her. I'll write to her. I'll let you know. Okay, that's 4.
Yeah, so he plays one of the with Larry Charles again, the Greenpeace.
How fitting. We have a Greenpeace joke in this week's episode.
There you go.
Okay, that's 4. Damn.
And then the first appearance is the earliest appearance.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Flaming Globes of Sigmund. Wow, I am terrible. I'm really embarrassed and ashamed that maybe it's just because you put me on the spot. Yeah. And I didn't have time to think about it.
Oh, no.
And I'm a little tired. Oh, no, wait. And I'm a little tired.
All right. Vinny, what episode do we have this week?
What the hell number are we doing this week? We are discussing the 5th episode of Season 8, The Package, written by Jennifer Crittenden, directed by Andy Ackerman, and it originally aired October 17th, 1996.
Yeah, this is Jennifer Crittenden's first episode. And I want to go back to a mistake I made in season 6 when I said, "Oh, this is, Carol Leifer's last episode, and Carol Leifer is the last woman to write a Seinfeld episode." Well, I was way off. And I won't lie, actually, I'm not that familiar or as familiar with Jennifer's work.
Same.
And I'm kind of embarrassed about that because she has written some great episodes: The Little Jerry, The Millennium, The Apology, The Burning, and she's part of the all writing staff that contributed to the Puerto Rican Day.
But based on her rundown you just did, she seems to be one of the new generation writers, with the Schaefer and Berg and Dave Mandel. It's just for some reason she's not in any interviews on the DVDs. She does.
Yeah.
We don't have a face to go along with the name.
It's funny, Vinny. She does appear in an episode of Seinfeld. Did you do some research on this?
I didn't. I was going to leave that to you this week.
Oh, excellent. Well, I was shocked to check out her IMDb credits. I'm like, oh, actress. Let me see. One role in an episode of Seinfeld, The Frogger. She plays one of Elaine's coworkers named Becky. And,
Oh, Becky. She has a slow metabolism.
yeah. Can we still eat it?
Aw.
But I'm sure a lot of people remember that scene when Elaine's coworkers are just always having cake to celebrate something. Becky does have a role on Seinfeld, but she's better known as a writer on The Simpsons, Everybody Loves Raymond, New Adventures of Old Christine. She just wrote her first episode of Veep that aired this past season called Chicklet. That was just a couple of weeks ago.
The Chicklets.
She's also a co-executive producer on Veep, and she's been a consulting producer on Arrested Development, Drew Carey Show, Divorce.
Man,
So-
she's got quite the resume.
I mean, we are all unhappy. Do we have to be fat, too? Not you, Becky. I know you have a slow metabolism.
But let's talk about some iconic imagery this week. It's funny. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Bizarro Jerry. I think
One.
the Jerry or Kevin, Gene, and Feldman, iconic stuff right there. Last week,
That mirror image of Seinfeld as we know it, and then the Bizarro world.
yes. And then last week, we had the Little Kicks.
Number 2.
All right, 2 for 2, man. I mean, this is for season 8 and maybe all the crap we give the later seasons. They have some pretty great stuff in it,
Yeah.
And now this week we have the timeless art of seduction.
Ah, yes, the timeless art of seduction.
You're very familiar with this pose.
Some might say.
Well, first up, let's talk about your dorm room in college.
Yeah, that was one of the prize pieces that I had hanging on my wall. It was the poster of George in the timeless art of seduction pose, which had the fake wood framing on the poster. But for some reason, I said, hey, why don't we frame the poster so it's a frame of a picture within a frame. So a frame within a frame. Does that make sense?
Oh, totally.
But it had the little Seinfeld logo at the bottom, which I didn't like. I wanted it to just be as it was on the show. Our attention to detail. Help me out here, will you?
Well, it always makes me think of you, actually, because I
Multiple
remember,
reasons.
having a lot of, great times just hanging out in college, and that was just, part of your dorm, part of your feng shui. So
There's a great picture of us with a couple of people that were on the floor, and I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, and you can see us on the futon. It's college, and then in the background you see the George photo.
Aren't you laying across us? Like,
might be.
in a weird way, if you can find the photo, I think you're splayed out across us like George in the poster.
I thought I was kind of hunched over because you were making me laugh.
I remember that evening, actually, because that was right before we went to Steak and Shake. And
The infamous food poisoning steak and shake visit. That was fun.
But that would be, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Interesting postscript to that story. My parents recently moved out of their home in Maryland down to Florida in Del Boca. My mom cleaned out the basement and found in this trash bag the poster. And she brought, I now live in Virginia, and I have the poster here in a bag, and you came to visit one weekend, and I gave the poster to you so that you could give away a trivia. Did I not?
Yeah, you did. And I gave it away last year at our Summer of George trivia night. I kind of felt bad because I'm like, oh, Vinny, can I give this away? This is your prized possession.
Not at all.
It's in a trash bag.
The only gift I've given you that I hope you never give away, and who knows if you have already, is the plyometric training shoes. I don't want you to give those away.
Oh, I gave
those
those away a long time ago, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
No, I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. Liz, every couple of months when we're cleaning, she'll be like, can we get rid of these?
No.
But you know, what's kind of funny about this timeless art of seduction, this iconic image of George. What was really cool back in 2000, 14, 15, when we went to the Hulu exhibit, not only was there Jerry's apartment and some cool props from the show, but they had the couch. The couch! And I believe it was the one used in the episode.
Are you sure?
Well, if it's not, that's a amazing find, because it's the exact same. The red with the little
arm
bump at the end. But it was kind of cool. They had a little section where fans could pose on the couch and, we could take photos. I think everyone in front of us would just, wear their clothes and pose. But Vinny, when we got up to the couch, I'm like, Vinny, you should strip down to your underwear.
Yeah.
I can cut this out if you want.
Go for it.
Why don't you tell the rest? What was going through your head when I said that?
What was going on? Heart beating fast, beads of sweating bullets. I was quite nervous.
We weren't in our own private room, there was tons of people around.
Oh no, a line outside the door of this building, and everybody's watching, and I was so on the fence, and it was me, you, and Liz, and I'm for some reason I'm like, this is my only chance I get to do this, and of course I wanted to look as close to the George photo as possible, so I said, what the hell, and I took my shirt off, took my pants off, and I was underwear and socks. And I didn't know that that this was going to be part of the exhibit. Otherwise, I would have worn white boxers and the higher socks. But I ended up having, I think, a black
thong up your ass.
Did you ever see him do that shit? No, I had I think black underwear and black sport socks, the no-shows. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't an exact recreation, but I was pretty proud that because I'm not I don't like to go to the beach or take my shirt off. I'm not a guy like that. So it took a lot for me to want to be like George in that moment.
Yeah, which is crazy, man, because you've been doing CrossFit for 10 years, and I'm like, you gotta kill her body, buddy.
Well, I do remember, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I saw a couple girls when I started taking my shirt off. They went, ooh, and that made me feel really good. So, but I haven't taken my shirt off since.
You still wear your shirt in the shower? Everything?
Always, yeah. I wore the like Newman wore in the Pool Guy.
Right. Please answer honestly. No one's gonna hold it against you. Is there any way we can release this photo to the internet, to our listeners? Will you ever let this picture get out there? When
we started the podcast, I thought, wow, what a great way! This would be the great photo to put on Facebook of this week's episode. But I was thinking about it because we as we're approaching this week, and in this climate, I'm afraid that could it hurt me in any way with my job if
that's a good
this
point.
Gets out? So that's why, as of now, I'm saying no.
Okay.
I don't think so. What do you think?
We could release it and just put a little blur your face or something.
Put George's face over my face, or the black lines over.
We should actually bid. Maybe people will pay for it.
No, I don't think that'd be embarrassing. No.
All right. Well, stay tuned, everyone. The photo might get out there somehow. We'll see. Now, one last thing here, Vinny. This is one of my favorite fan recreations. A couple of years ago, a Seinfeld fan named Kirsten Essenprice and her husband Wes dressed up as Elaine and Dr. Resnick from this episode. Now, it doesn't sound that iconic, but their little son, Harlan, was dressed up as Uncle Leo, sans eyebrows and mustache. And
Well, but Kirsten took the liberty of drawing on the eyebrows on her baby boy, and they added the hair on the side, the horseshoe hair pattern with sideburns.
well, he's bald, right? The
Yeah.
little boy, so it's perfect. And they found like a purple turtleneck for him. This is honestly one of my favorite recreations or costumes.
I agree. It's a wonderful tribute to Seinfeld fandom, but it's ingenious the way they took these eyebrows and pointed them downward. Because now the kid does look difficult. Kudos to you, Kirsten.
For sure. So once again, we'll include links in our show notes if you guys want to check out the photos. But let's get started, Vinny, with this week's episode. First scene, opening scene here. We are in Central Park. Not Jerry or George. It's Kramer and Newman smoking cigars on a bench. I got to say right out the gate, man, this opening did not do it for me. Visually, this kind of feels similar to what we've gotten before, right? Usually Jerry or George having a what-if kind of conversation. Mm-hmm. But there's something about this, man, that does not work for me at all. Just the talking about Bermuda Triangle and alien autopsies. I don't know. It just doesn't interest me or seem very funny. What about you?
Yeah, the thing that stuck out to me was the line where Kramer says, "Now what will be the point of taking out all the water?" That real hostile
Oh, yeah, right.
comeback at Newman. And I was like, man, that kind of seems like something like a exchange between a Jerry and a George. Jerry saying, what would be the point of taking out the water, to a George who's just asking a question. And I honestly felt like they could have just plucked Kramer and Newman out of the scene and then inserted Jerry and George. It'd be the exact same thing. So it felt more like a new writer kind of contribution with this cold open, but I was kind of meh about it.
What do you think about that alien autopsy?
Oh, that's real.
Well, I think so too.
I do like that we see both Kramer and Newman smoking a stogie, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, a first for Newman, isn't it?
And any time where Kramer has like cigar bits in his mouth, and he's always like,
Exactly. Well, I agree that it's great to see Kramer and Newman, but yeah, just the topic this week, what they're chatting about doesn't do it for me at all. But regardless, let's move into the episode proper. We're in a doctor's office here. Elaine's waiting for the doctor when she decides to, take a look at her chart, which is just sitting there on the table, and she sees the word difficult. And she doesn't make it that far until her doctor, what's his name? Dr. Stern, arrives and says, "Oh, Elaine, you shouldn't be looking at that."
Elaine, you shouldn't be reading that. Now tell me about this rash of yours.
Well, it's I noticed that someone wrote in my chart that I was difficult in January of '92, and I have to tell you, I remember that appointment exactly. You see, this nurse had asked me to put a gown on, but it was a mole on my shoulder, and actually I'd specifically worn a tank top so that I wouldn't have to put a gown on. They're made of paper.
Well, that was a long time ago. How about if I just erase it? Now, about that rash.
But it was in pen. You fake erase.
All right, Miss Venice. This doesn't look too serious. You should be fine.
What are you writing? Doctor?
I think all of us would want to take a peek inside our chart if given the opportunity, right?
Yeah, and when I'm waiting in the other waiting room, sometimes I will snoop around. I won't go.
Go ahead.
I won't go so far as opening cabinets, but every once in a while, I'll just kind of poke around, see what's happening. But
Take all the tongue depressors out, lick them all, put them back in. These are all bits from Jerry's act.
Or sometimes I'll make a phone call, if there's a phone in there.
Now we're doing Curb. I'm going to comment throughout the whole show. Oh, so Elaine makes a comment, which is great. So we can kind of do some retconning here. She goes, I remember, it says I was difficult in January 92. She wore a tank top, so she didn't have to put on the gown. If we go back, there are 3 episodes that take place in January of 92. So we got the subway, the Pez dispenser, and the suicide. And out of those 3 episodes, there's only one instance where Elaine actually went to the doctor. If you recall, she had to get an ulcer test and she had to fast. You think that could have been the moment when she inquired about this mole on her shoulder?
I see what you're doing. All right, so she's fasting.
And she, keep in mind, she was also hallucinating. She saw like big mounds of duck or something. What was it?
Like juicy, succulent duck. It is kind of cool to connect January 92 to an episode, but I don't know if like is what Elaine's saying like the fact that I wouldn't put on the gown is what made me difficult, or maybe she was fasting, so she was a little.
Oh yeah, let's attribute it to the fast made her a little silly.
All right, and a little more difficult than normal.
But I don't think this was done intentionally. I think it was done coincidentally.
For sure.
But I just love that it connects.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I also love that Elaine is so astute that she catches the doctor fake erasing. She calls him out on it. It was in pen.
You fake erased.
I don't think a George or a Kramer would have caught that.
And we get the first time a doctor says, this doesn't look too serious. You'll be fine.
Speaking of the doctor, that is Fort Atkinson who plays the doctor. Fun fact, there's actually a Fort Atkinson in Wisconsin. Did you know that? A city.
Oh, no, I didn't.
He was in American Beauty and an episode of It's Like You Know, which is appropriately called Trading Places, and he played a plastic surgeon.
Sticking with that, those medical roles, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's cut over to a photo store here. George is picking up some photos, and before he leaves, the woman behind the counter, Sheila, tells him, I hope you got that mustard stain out of your shirt. And it takes George a second to realize what's going on, but he gets it.
Oh.
He gets it.
That's Photoshop Sheila.
Yeah.
She's played by Heather Campbell. Only 15 credits to her name. She was a cast member on the Police Academy series from 1997. And this scene, I thought that was such a sweet little scene. But if you had showed just this one scene to somebody and said, "This is Seinfeld," what a tender show this would be, huh?
Lasts all of 10 seconds?
Yeah.
And then we move over to Jerry's apartment, and you got 2 friends bickering about a stereo system. What's wrong with your stereo? Kramer's trying to use Jerry's, but it's not working. Why doesn't Kramer just use his own instead?
He traded it to Lomez for some steaks.
Traded his stereo to Lomez for some steaks. Now, I didn't make much of that line until there's a nice little, callback later in the episode. But
it's like the punchline to this little setup right here.
Sure. Does this mean that Lomez could be a butcher?
No, Franco's the butcher.
I kind of like to think maybe Lomez could be a butcher, and he, supplies Jay Riemenschneider with horse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But Jerry explains, you have to jiggle the stereo with a screwdriver to get it to work. And as he's about to, show Kramer how to do it, George interrupts and takes their photo. And how is Jerry posed in this scene?
He's in mid, trying to pry open the stereo with the screwdriver, but he's got this puzzled horse face look as he's looking foggy into the camera.
And it's great. We mentioned the Hulu apartment earlier. That was a very popular pose to do.
Absolutely.
Because they managed to get, to recreate Jerry's bookcase perfectly. And everyone would walk up to the stereo and, pretend they have a screwdriver and make that face you mentioned. Well, George tells them about Sheila, how she's got this incredible smile, like she's got too many teeth.
Ah, extra teeth. Love that look.
And George continues to explain that she's noticing things in his photos and, starts to make comments about them.
I see. She's looking.
Yes.
I like that response.
All right, let's cut into this clip with Jerry and Kramer.
Well, you got to get this thing fixed.
They've tried to fix it. It keeps coming back the same.
Would you be interested in a refund?
Well, I can't get a refund. The warranty expired 2 years ago.
Yeah. Would you be interested?
Well, how you gonna...
Would you?
I guess I would.
You are not going to believe what happened to me at the doctor's office today.
Not the gown again.
Yeah, No. I was looking at my chart and it said that I was difficult. Why would they write that?
They've gotten to know you.
And then the doctor writes more stuff down there and he doesn't even look at my rash.
Why don't you find a doctor that doesn't know you're difficult?
Oh, come on. I'm not difficult. I'm easy.
Why? Because you dress casual and sleep with a lot of guys?
Listen to me, you little
Smile.
There's one of those jokes that kind of makes an appearance throughout the series is the inevitable curse that gets cut off
Right.
before it can be said.
Can you think of another one?
Well, I don't really give a shh. Bathroom door closes, and then listen, you little shh. It seems to be always when the shh word
Right.
is coming out.
And it's always Elaine, too.
Yeah.
I like that Jerry, last week he was familiar with Elaine's dancing. Elaine danced. And then this week he's like, not the gown again.
Yeah.
He just knows
They really-
everything.
They really are good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But that line, I'm not difficult, I'm easy. Why? Because you dress casual and sleep with lots of guys is magnifique.
Yes, so magnifique that the actors had some trouble getting through the scene. Do you remember the blooper?
Oh, I remember the blooper, that little crunch you did there. Roll it.
All right. Here's a blooper from the end of this scene.
Oh, come on. I'm not difficult. I'm easy.
Why? Because you dress casual and sleep with a lot of guys?
That's the first time you did that crunch. Come on. I'm not difficult. I'm easy.
Why? Because you dress casual?
Anything else from this scene you want to talk about?
I don't.
Would you?
Yeah, I do like that too. No.
Well, we should mention that, at one point when I think Jerry's talking to Elaine, you see Kramer sneak out the door carrying Jerry's stereo, which, I don't know. I think that could easily go unnoticed just because, the camera doesn't, stay on him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Jerry didn't sign off on this because he kind of said, yes, he would be interested in a refund. And that's kind of where it was left, right?
Right.
Okay. So, then it is worth noting that Kramer snuck out.
And it won't be the last time he sneaks out.
You're right. I noticed that this week, too, which I'm excited to bring up.
All right, next scene, we are at a different doctor's office. Elaine is seeing a Dr. Berg. And
think he's any relation?
Oh, yeah, to Alec Berg, yeah.
Or, yeah. Which one? Which one? The fictional or non-fictional?
Let's go with fictional.
Okay.
This is Alec Berg's, I'm trying to think of their age.
Father?
The father. Yeah. Or he could be a cousin. Oh, that guy was your cousin. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with father for sure. Yeah. Elaine's seen Dr. Berg, and did you notice that she's doing some things different, to prove that she's not difficult?
Well, she got the gown on. What else?
I feel like when the nurse comes in to give Dr. Berg the chart, she's like, "Hi."
Oh yeah, she's trying to be very likable with all people that are coming in the office.
Oh, just like Elaine being kind of goofy in that moment. I want to go back to the earlier scene when George goes, "Smile." Did you notice how goofy Elaine's face is?
She's got some extra teeth in that smile. Yeah, the cheek.
It's kind of like a weird underbite thing she's doing.
Uh-huh.
I texted you the photo last night.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, it is a very unique smile that is quite funny.
All right, sorry. Before the appointment can begin, Dr. Berg gets Elaine's chart from, Dr. Stern and reviews her history. Before Elaine, can say much, Dr. Berg just, sticks up his finger to silence her.
Which is very reminiscent of who?
Oh, Larry David.
Thank you.
Yep. Which is really scary. There's something about Dr. Berg in this scene and later on with the elevator. He really creeps me out.
He's the authoritative doctor that we'll see.
Right. And he reads, obviously, that she's difficult. Doesn't say anything, though. But he responds by barely looking at the rash and being like, "Oh, you'll be fine." And Elaine starts begging him, "Please help me." but he just makes that disappointed face and adds a note to her chart. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Nice little sound effect there.
Such a judgmental look from the doctor,
right?
As he puts more notes in her chart.
Yeah, what else do you think they would add? Like difficult, very difficult, extremely difficult,
incorrigible.
All right, let's cut over to Jerry's apartment here, and we're going to cut to a clip here. But I wanted to set this up. We meet a new mailman on Seinfeld.
That's true. He's a letter carrier per his insignia on his jacket.
Oh, right on. Well, this guy's name is Danny, and what an odd character, because doesn't it seem like he and Jerry have beef?
Yes.
Even though he's like Seinfeld? I don't know. These guys don't seem to like each other.
Well, I think Jerry might just have a bias against all postal employees. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting. Okay.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Got a package for you. Sign here.
Yeah, who's it from?
No return address.
What if I don't want it?
Are you refusing delivery?
Maybe I am.
Why would you do that?
I've never done it before.
Why start now?
Why not?
All right. Why'd you refuse then? Everybody loves a package.
I don't know. It was weird. Crazy printing. I don't know who it's from.
So what do you think? It's a bomb?
It's not totally impossible.
Oh, the ego on you.
Why can't I be bombable?
Who's gonna bomb you? An airline for all the stupid little peanut jokes?
Oh, I suppose you think you're bombable.
Hey, there's a couple of people who wouldn't mind having me out of the way.
Yeah, there's more than a couple.
Check these out. I just picked them up from Sheila. She must have loved these.
You don't have a Mercedes.
I know. I just sort of leaned on it so it would look like it was mine.
Driver seems a little put out.
No, he was fine with it. Check this out.
Is that Burt Reynolds?
Wax Museum.
Huh.
Oh, what is this?
That is a lot of skin.
This must be Sheila from the photo place.
You can barely see her face.
No, she must have slipped it in here.
So we've just met postal worker Danny. He's played by Ramon Franco, and he was a regular on the TV show The Bridge, as well as Weeds. He was in the pilot of the Michael Richards Show. Is this? I feel like I'm ragging this week, but this feels like sitcom-y in a way. Why would you refuse delivery? Why do it now? It's like we're going to intend to have this back and forth dialogue instead of have it occur naturally. But I got to agree with George. Everyone loves a package. I love when I see a box with my name on it when I get home.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, man, I'm fascinated by this postal worker, Danny, because I don't know. He just seems to really not like Jerry, and Jerry doesn't really seem to like him. But aside from that, they do a little, I don't know if there's a term for it, but on Curb, Larry kind of has a tradition. If he doesn't believe someone, he'll squint, and they'll squint back at him, and they'll just kind of size each other up.
Boing, boing. Yeah, he gives him a once over.
Right. Which I like. I like that appeared on Seinfeld at some point.
Mm-hmm. I also like the this discussion of could you be bombable, and if so, who would like you out of the picture? I really don't think Jerry has. I kind of agree with George here. Jerry doesn't have all that much to be worried about, the ego on him. But it got me thinking, George is definitely bombable. Who have we encountered thus far that would like to see him out of the picture? Can you think of anybody off the top of your head?
Well, I want to go back to Jerry real quick. I think Jerry has made some enemies.
Who?
And some pretty like unbalanced enemies.
Oh, Joe Davola.
I could see Joe bombing him. Yeah, Babu.
Mabel Choate.
Mabel Choate putting together a bomb. Oh, my God. I was thinking of maybe Ramon the pool guy. There's just something about him that seems a little off. Mm-hmm. But yeah, getting to George, top of the list is the Rosses. But I don't know if that's really within their wheelhouse.
See, I think they want to do like slow, subtle mental torture.
Mm-hmm.
like having a bunch of pizzas delivered to his house, you know. But the guys that came to mind, the guy he had the altercation with at Renitzi's, that chef.
Oh yeah, okay.
I hope you rot in that suit.
He would make like a cake bomb or something like that.
Exactly. New on the HG channel. Cake bomb. But Blanche from the airport.
Oh yeah, that criminal. You're right.
He's in the shackles. And then Jody the masseuse.
Oh, Jody?
Jody!
You think Jody would do that?
Yeah, she can't stand him.
Oh, I think she just doesn't want anything to do with him. You think she would actually go out of her way to harm him?
Sure. There's Mr. Heyman.
I think George definitely has more enemies than Jerry, for sure. But yeah, that'd be an interesting list. We should start ranking the people who are most likely to go after our beloved four. But that line you referenced, you know, oh, the ego on you, that takes me back to those older seasons. I don't know, like in The Boyfriend, whenever Jerry would, you know, say something and George would just totally disagree, like, he's Keith Hernandez, you're Jerry Seinfeld. Like, who do you think you are?
Exactly, yeah. Well, I think Jerry said that at times. Like, you want a friend like that to kind of keep you grounded. And that's definitely what George does for him.
For sure.
Even though it's insulting, it still keeps him grounded.
Also, there's a moment when, you know, Jerry's looking through the photos and he's like, you don't have a Mercedes. And George is like, yeah, I just sort of leaned on it.
That's a good joke. That's a good George bit.
Does that remind you of, I don't know. I'm not even going to ask. I'll just say it. In the parking garage, do you remember when George is about to spit on that Mercedes?
This is some automobile.
What do you pay for a tune-up on this? I don't know. It just reminds me of like that kind of car. Like it would be kind of funny if it was the same driver.
Yeah.
From that episode. Anyways, George, of course, is very excited about this, you know, racy photo in his collection there. And he, of course, believes that this is photo store Sheila. And when Kramer enters and hears about it, he kind of stops George from asking out Sheila right on the spot. Like, no, don't do that. You got to play the game.
The timeless art of seduction.
That's right. You know, Sheila sent him an enticing photo. He should send her one right back. You know, Kramer has always considered himself to be something of a photog.
Oh, yeah. I like this idea. I do enjoy Kramer's impression of a goofy George. Gee, I really like your picture. Would you like to go on a date with me, please?
That also feels like older Kramer. From
older Kramer. Early Kramer.
Younger Kramer. He did that voice a lot, I feel like, in the older seasons.
It reminds me of, is it all right if I go to the bathroom? How was your day today? Would you like a date? What kind of day did you have?
And of course, we get Jerry's, recurring bit of kind of speaking for the audience. Oh, I like this idea. Or,
this can't miss.
Yeah, that's another one. There's a bunch of them. To the Idiot Mobile, I don't know. Just anytime he references how stupid an idea is, or you know where this is going. Next scene, we're on the street here. Uncle Leo steps out of his apartment to say hi to his mailman, Danny.
He doesn't say hi. He says hello.
Hello. And, you know, Danny, again, I'm just fascinated by this character. One, that he delivers mail not only to Jerry and Leo, but he knows that they're related. It's like...
Maybe he's friends with Jeffrey. You know, they go get a beer after Jeffrey gets home from the parks department.
Okay, all right. But in addition to that, Danny seems like a completely different character here. When Jerry answered the door, he's got this scowl on his face. He's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And then here, he seems really broken, or heartbroken, rather, that Jerry wouldn't accept the package.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to get fired for this, or, you know, whatever. But Leo thinks, hey, Jerry was just trying to be funny. I'll sign for it.
And then he perks right up. He's like, oh, here you go. Smile on his face.
And very bizarre, but great to see Uncle Leo again.
Anytime we can get Len Lesser in an episode, it's a win.
But let's move over to a taxi here. Elaine and George are sharing a cab, and he tells her to, you know, just get a hold of your chart and change whatever she doesn't like. And we get an interesting revelation here. George has kept his job at the Yankees for over 2 years now because he's in and out of his personnel file all the time. Which I like. I like thinking of like George after hours, sneaking into like a filing cabinet, flashlight.
Oh yeah. It's got redacted and white out all over that thing.
Mm-hmm. George kind of shifts gears here and wonders, "Hey Elaine, have you ever sent a racy photo to someone?" And we get a great callback to her Christmas card from the pic.
Oh, right. The nipple.
And apparently the experience with Kramer was good. He was very professional. In fact, Elaine cropped the photo and uses it as her health club ID.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice, actually. It's the best line in that scene.
Yeah, why is that fun for some reason? I do really like George after saying, "All right, the nipple." He kind of gives Elaine a little once over to, as if he has X-ray vision, to reimagine the nipple.
Mm-hmm. And that also takes me back to the earlier seasons when George kind of had a thing for Elaine.
That's true.
Remember that? And then they kind of evolved more into the, like, I'm terrified of her.
And then I hate you.
Right. All right, let's cut over to doctor's office here. I feel like we're moving through these scenes a lot quicker.
It does feel fast this week.
But we're back at Dr. Berg's office here. Elaine is begging the nurse to get her in for another appointment, but, there's no compassion there. Sorry, can't get you in. And after the nurse walks away, Elaine just rubs the phone receiver on her rash on her neck and sneaks out with her chart. And she makes it out the door, gets on an elevator, but after the doors close, she doesn't go anywhere. A few seconds pass, and the doors slide open, and there's Dr. Berg and an orderly just waiting there patiently. And he takes the chart back, starts writing in it.
Sorry, I had to get my pen to re-click it.
I didn't know that's what that was.
That was what that was. Let's talk about who plays the receptionist. Her name is Shuko Akun. She was in the 1997 G.I. Joe. She was a cast member on the show ER that Jason was on in 1984.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So they worked together at some point. And then I was looking at the cast for that show just for kicks, little kicks. Elliot Gould was the lead character on the show, and he played a doctor. And do you know what his name was?
No, what was it?
Are you ready? His name was Dr. Howard Seinfeld. Seinfeld.
Mr. Seinfeld?
So he was one letter away from being Dr. Seinfeld.
Oh, that's wild.
Small world.
Well, real small world, because it was a show called ER before the drama ER. Mm-hmm. And wasn't George Clooney on both of them?
I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if he was on the other ER.
Oh, I thought he was for some reason.
You got me now. Let's see.
Maybe I'm thinking of Facts of Life or something. I don't know.
Oh, he was on ER. He played Ace.
Tom Ace.
Wow, that's really cool. Man, everything's locking in today.
I don't know about that. Let's go over to Jerry's apartment. George arrives with a garment bag waiting for Kramer. Where is he?
Went to get some steak sauce.
I love that.
That's the joke.
I won't lie. The first time I watched this episode on our rewatch, I didn't pick up on the first line about Lomez.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, why the hell is there a joke about steak sauce in here? But Jerry gets a phone call from Uncle Leo. Hello.
Hello, Leo. You don't have to yell.
Jerry has no patience for Leo this week.
He really can't stand him.
Like later in the next scene, he calls him stupid Leo. It seems kind of harsh,
Yeah.
But Leo explains, I have your package, and George is really fed up. He's like, tell Leo to open it. But Jerry doesn't want to treat his uncle like some bomb-diffusing robot. That is until he hears about Cousin Jeffrey being in a Parks production of The Mikado. Leo wants Jerry to see it with him.
Open the package, Leo.
Opening!
One of my favorite lines that we love to say to each other. You notice there was a mention of a bomb-diffusing robot?
Mm-hmm.
We will see said robot in The Nap shortly.
Yeah, with
an actual bomb.
Empty calories and male curiosity, eh, Georgie?
Exactly.
Well, at the end of that scene there, Leo opens the package and Jiggery hears this explosion. get an act break, and when we come back, we find out what happened. Elaine asks while she's on hold with the doctor's office, and Jerry explains that it wasn't a bomb.
No bomb.
That's dark, man.
Yeah.
Why is Jerry so disappointed in that moment?
I don't think it's that Leo would have been snuffed out. It was more that the intention of the package, he would have validated the conversation he and George had that Jerry was bombable.
Exactly. What happened to cause the explosion exactly?
Stupid Leo left an oven cleaner canister in the oven. Pilot light was on. Whole thing blew up. He's okay. But the explosion singed off his eyebrows, mustache, everything. He's all smooth now. Looks like a seal. Question.
Yes?
This might be a Matt moment, but I'm going to own it anyway.
You. Sorry.
Matt, you must embrace your roots, where you come from.
I thought that was like the thing we do here.
No, I like it.
Okay.
So go ahead, say it again. When he says looks like a seal, does he mean an actual seal who's really smooth, or like a Navy SEAL who also are very clean cut? Because one could argue either way.
I would now like to change the term Matt moment to Vinnie moment. That, my friend, is the stupidest thing you have ever said. No, I'm sorry. The stupidest thing you ever said is when you go, oh, hey, Seals and Croft. No, man, it's a seal, like an animal. Or
okay,
mammal.
but Navy SEALs, man, they're all scrubbed and buff.
Get out of here! What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm the idiot.
I usually have your back, and I'm like, no, it's okay, because I say so many stupid things. But
you just wait until your next gaffe, my friend.
I didn't realize Jerry Seinfeld is also the creator of the show. Okay, sorry. Okay. Jerry finally opens the damaged package, and he finds his stereo smashed to pieces.
Oh, hey, you got it. Hey, what happened to my stereo? It's all smashed up.
That's right. Now it looks like it was broken during shipping, and I insured it for $400.
But you were supposed to get me a refund.
You can't get a refund. Your warranty expired 2 years ago.
So we're going to make the post office pay for my new stereo now?
It's a write-off for them.
How is it a write-off?
They just write it off.
Write it off what?
Jerry, all these big companies, they write off everything.
You don't even know what a write-off is.
Do you?
No, I don't.
But they do. And they're the ones writing it off.
Wish I had the last 20 seconds of my life back.
I love the moment at the end, too, where, Kramer says they're the ones writing it off. And when he walks away, Jerry just starts, like, smiling. He's like...
Yeah, I think he appreciates, like, Michael's just take there. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not going to crack.
Right. It works for the character, too.
It does.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of stupid, but if you look at Jerry's bookshelf, you can still see part of his stereo up there, and like his tape deck is still there, his CD player. I always thought the stereo was the whole thing, not just that, smaller portion that's now smashed up in the box.
I'll have to take a closer look. I kind of glossed over that this time.
Mm-hmm. But regardless, Jerry has no idea what he's going to do here. And Elaine hangs up after hearing that the doctor is booked for the next month. Doesn't know what she's going to do. That was Dr. Zimmerman. She's at the end of the alphabet.
There's no Zorn or Zutroff?
Oh, they're on vacation. She thinks that every doctor in the city knows about her now, almost like she's been blacklisted,
Oh.
So Jerry suggests, hey, you should try Uncle Leo's doctor, Dr. Resnick. But he's not listed.
It's not that good. And then how many doctors' names have we already heard in this episode? This would be a good trivia question.
Dr. Stern, Dr. Berg, and now we're going to get Dr. Resnick.
Also Zorn and Zutroff.
And Zimmerman.
And that's the one I would have forgot. Let's also posit, don't you think Elaine would have been triggered when she heard that there was a Dr. Resnick? Because she already dated that nut psychiatrist, Dr. Resnick.
No, that was Dr. Reston.
Oh, damn it.
Dr. Reston, please.
Cut that out, please. I can only be dumb once in the show.
I don't think so. I like you to even out with me as much as possible. So earlier, Kramer took Jerry's stereo. You know, he sneaks out with it. What does Kramer in the background sneak out with in this scene?
A fan.
Yeah. A little fan for his photo shoot here in the next scene. But before we move over there, right at the end of the episode, or I'm sorry, at the end of the scene, you know, Elaine's rash is just killing her. She takes Jerry's dish scrubber and starts scratching her neck with it. I'm shocked that Jerry would let this fly, or at least not say anything.
Yeah, he's quite fastidious.
It makes me wonder, maybe there was something in the script, like at the tail end.
For him to yell at her
like,
about.
Oh, well, now you're keeping that, or something like that.
He picks it up and throws it in the trash like the shoelace.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of similar to when Kramer used his hand towel to clean with the benzene.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
So maybe Elaine gave him the rash.
Oh yeah, what's the history?
But that's like years away. Jerry would definitely have washed his towel by then.
Oh boy,
I feel like I'm running on fumes today, man.
Don't worry, we only have an hour and a half left to go.
Oh, mamacita.
So next scene, we're in Kramer's apartment, and here we go. Classic scene. This is the little kicks moment of this episode.
Before we get into this clip, take notice of the super ultra mega Fusilli Jerry that you see in Kramer's apartment that just dwarfs the other ones that you see on his mantle.
Yeah, I think we've brought that one up before because it's noticeable in the pool guy when the movie phone
yes
guy confronts him at the end. It's disturbing, like how large it is. It's so unnatural. Not sure where the hot tub is. And
didn't he get rid of that?
No, he still has it.
Oh,
because it'll come back with the Japanese tourists.
Did we already do that one?
No, not yet.
We didn't do the hot tub.
No, we did the hot tub, but remember?
With the.
I want you to come in here.
30,000 yen.
Yeah.
Isn't that only a few $100?
But apparently, you know, Kramer's able to have enough room to get this photo shoot set up here. There's like a red couch there, and you know, George, you feel really bad for him. He's very vulnerable as he sits there in his underwear and a shirt, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's wearing a white tank top and white boxers and socks. Mm-hmm. But his arms are folded, legs crossed. He's a little bit reticent about doing this photo shoot, I think.
And you know what's great before we get into this clip is Kramer is looking at the camera, which isn't even his. I guess it's George's camera.
Yeah.
But it's probably the most like commercially accessible camera. Like it's so basic. Kramer's like, whoa.
No, but he pushes the zoom all the way out. This'll work.
Elaine said you're pretty good at this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Elaine was a fun project. I enjoyed working with her.
You don't have your own camera?
No. Oh, boy, look at this. Yeah. Okay. This looks good. Very, very good. All right, and I like what you're wearing.
You feel fat.
No, you're stout. The camera loves stoutness. Look, we're not going to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. The key word is tasteful. Now, I want you to relax and have fun, because you're a fun guy. All right, let's do it, huh? Yeah. Okay. Come on, feel the beat. Feel the beat. All right. Well, you got some real strong pecs, but it's hard to tell under that T-shirt.
You want me to take it off?
Well, I don't know. It's up to you.
You think it would be better if I did?
It might be. I mean, whatever you want. Come on. Yeah. That's it. Come on, George. That's it. Come on, give it to me. Come on, work it. Oh, yeah. Own it. Yeah, be a man. Lover boy. You are a lover boy.
Oh, yeah. This can't miss.
So there it is, Vinny, getting memories of your
flashback. Yeah, I wonder. I would love to ask Jason how he felt going into the scene. You know, because normally they make jokes at his expense for being bald or being a little overweight, but there's nothing in the scene that would point to that. You know, but did he have any reservations about doing the scene? And there's no behind the scenes stuff on this particular episode, so we can't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, based on his tweets, like if anyone ever shares the poster that they bought, or I think it's in Melbourne, Australia, there's a huge wall painted with George on it doing the pose. So, I mean, such an iconic, beloved image. I'm sure he's come to embrace it, but yeah. In this moment, was that kind of tricky to to pull
in the
off?
In the same way that Wayne Knight felt when he read the script that he had to jump in a pool, you know, did George having to be in boxers and socks, you know, have that same feeling? I wonder.
Well, I'll say it, man. Jason rocks it in this scene.
He looks great. Yeah. This is his felt season where he lost the weight, but I think he looks great.
You've said that before. You feel like George is thinner than he's been before?
I think he's on the thinner side, and he's got the shorter hair, which makes him thinner. Look thinner.
Interesting. Thinner to what? Like
old George.
Like season
early George.
2 or 3?
No, that was when he was probably, because he's you know, probably early 30s there. That's when he's his thinnest.
So what, like season 5 and 6, or?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought George gained more weight as the show went on, but.
Well, I think he gained, and then he lost the season, and then the following season he'll be a little bit heavier again.
Oh, okay.
And there were like when we did the Hulu thing, there were those 3 poses: the timeless art of seduction pose,
right?
And then the one where you saw each still picture where George is grabbing at the camera like a lion. It was fun. Good day.
Give it to me. I think one of my favorites is like where he's laying back and his chest is really like open. Some great poses in there. I remember I used to, put together a little Seinfeld gift bags for you whenever we got together, and I actually printed off all of the photos.
Oh, I got those.
Oh, you do? Not just the timeless art of seduction, but all of those freeze frames, which I feel like don't get as much attention as the final photo.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's cut over to Elaine's apartment here. She is asleep and woken up by a late night phone call. And before we cut into the clip, we should talk about something that is just, I don't know, mind blowing, because I didn't know this. Who plays the voice on the phone?
None other than SNL alum Phil Hartman. Comic genius.
Did you know this? Like,
yes,
did you recognize his voice?
Oh yeah, this one I knew.
Really?
Hands down. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's super obvious now, especially because I mean, so many classic voice roles for him, from Troy McClure to
Lionel Hutz.
Lionel Hutz, and yeah, just his appearance on SNL and so many classic movies. Why is Phil Hartman lending his voice and not playing a character on Seinfeld?
It's a waste, but glad that he's a part of it.
Yeah, I actually, even before knowing this was Phil Hartman, I always loved this scene because the voice is just so scary, and then there's that great pause at the end. What? Get off the line.
Why can't he hang up the phone?
Hello?
Is this Elaine Marie Bennis?
Yeah. Who's this?
We're with the American Medical Association, the AMA. Can you confirm the correct spelling of your last name? Is it B-E-N-E-S?
Yeah, what is this about?
Goodbye.
Hello? Hello?
What?
Oh,
Get off the line. We're trying to make another call.
This, again, is another memorable scene. It's funny, this episode kind of, I think, flies under the radar, and yet it has so many classic moments and little bits.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not bad.
Oh, one last thing, too. What? A couple of seasons ago in The Wink, we talked about another phone call Elaine got from the Wake Up phone guy, call guy, whatever.
Yes, the contested. Is it not Peter Dinklage?
Yes. A lot of websites will claim it's Peter Dinklage, but we have never found confirmation that it is. I still don't think it's him.
Well, when you see him in New York walking around, you that's the one thing. You don't ask him about Game of Thrones. You ask him about, were you the wake-up call guy in Seinfeld?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I used to see him, no joke, like every other day on my lunch break. And this was before Game of Thrones, or before it got really popular. I'm sure he's not as approachable as he used to be. But I'll do it. I'll just shout it. Hey, were you on Seinfeld? All right, next scene, we are at Dr. Resnick's office. Elaine manages to track down Leo. How does he look?
Hairless, scared.
Yeah, hairless.
Are his eyebrows going to go back?
No eyebrows, no mustache. Elaine doesn't explain much about what's going on, but says, listen, when the doctor comes in, let me do the talking. So when Dr. Resnick arrives, Elaine says, I'm his nurse, Paloma.
You're not my nurse.
So he's not playing along. He has his good days and his bad. Great alias for Elaine, Paloma. What other aliases have we gotten so far?
Wanda Pepper. Then Gammy.
Does Gammy count? Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say about my Gammy?
That's a different Gammy.
I know.
But Leo tries to talk about...
also Lois Lone.
Oh, yeah, in a sense. What? I feel like Elaine had more aliases. Like something more than Art Vandelay.
Wanda Pepper might be the closest one.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, Leo tries to talk about his eyebrows. Are they going to grow back? But Elaine just jumps in and says he has a rash as well. And it's kind of tough to read Dr. Resnick here, but he seems to know the game Elaine is playing here. And he steps out to grab some ointment, and Elaine starts to panic when she sees him talking on the phone. Probably to his doctor buddies. Leo won't stop talking about his eyebrows, and Elaine just steps in and pulls out her eyeliner. And I thought we could jump ahead here, of course, to another classic image. Dr. Resnick returns with some ointment, and he's very disturbed to see Leo with these thick, cartoony black eyebrows just jutting up.
Whoa, Leo, be calm.
I am calm.
Leo, I don't care for your demeanor.
Demeanor?
Now you're just being difficult.
What are you writing? You love that pen. I keep hearing it.
I got it queued up.
This doctor is not very bright.
The way he is so taken aback by Leo's cartoony eyebrows, I get a chuckle out of it every time. Whoa, Leo. Dr. Resnick is played by David Purdom. He was in The Aviator, Fracture, Ali. He played a doctor on It's Like You Know.
Oh, another alum.
Peter Melman. Yep. In deleted material, Dr. Resnick spoke to the mysterious voice on the phone, which means he would have been speaking to Phil Hartman's character or voice.
Okay, so not Dr. Berg or Dr. Stern.
You would think it'd be one of those doctors, but I guess he was calling the AMA, the American Medical Association.
I like that. I like the idea of Phil Hartman sort of being the mastermind behind all of this, the big bad. But, let's cut over, kind of, combining scenes here. We're going to cut over to the photo store, and George tells Sheila, how much he enjoyed the photos he received the other day, implying that lingerie photo. And he drops off a roll he thinks she'll enjoy. And I like how this scene plays out, because Sheila has no idea what he's talking about, but to George, she does, It works both ways.
George obviously is like, oh, she's playing the game too, being aloof, not knowing what's going on. And Sheila's just like, okay.
Right.
Shall we say an hour?
And George steps out while Sheila asks her coworker, Ron, hey, could you do his role while she goes to lunch? And she also adds that a customer who's always in there is missing a few photos from a lingerie model shoot she did.
Oh,
so there
plot
we go.
thickens.
Mhm. And now we're cutting over to a great scene here at the post office. Jerry and Kramer are waiting to get paid for their damaged parcel when their claim gets red flagged. Now they're under investigation.
Why is the woman so cheery to be like, it's been red flagged. You're under investigation.
She's very cheery for a postal worker.
Well, maybe that's Jerry said it before. He is Mary, or Jason said, George said it before. Newman is Mary, so maybe that's a criteria of all male people in the Seinfeld world.
I like what you said earlier about Danny. Maybe there's this weird conspiracy at the post office, like none of them like Jerry.
Except this worker doesn't like to go along with the trends. That's why she's being so nice to him.
Well, she's happy because he's under investigation.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And it's a great reveal. Newman, of course, is the one heading the investigation.
Kramer, you might want to run along. Jerry may be a while. Suspicion of mail fraud.
Mail fraud? You're in a lot of trouble, buddy. Of course, Kramer is like, all right, well, this has nothing to do with me. And I want to cut ahead to the interrogation scene with Jerry and Newman, which is, it's so obvious what they're doing here. It's a classic interrogation. There's that light, hanging above the table.
But it's only on Newman.
Beads of sweat. But you can't help but also think of Wayne Knight, maybe in Basic Instinct, where with a very similar situation. I think Jerry's legs remain crossed, so nothing going on there. But let's cut into this great scene here.
Then let me ask you this. Don't you find it interesting that your friend had the foresight to purchase postal insurance for your stereo? Huh? Parcels are rarely damaged during shipping.
Define rarely.
Frequently.
Are we about through here, Newman?
It's pretty hot under these lights, huh, Seinfeld? Pretty hot.
Actually, I'm quite comfortable.
Can I have a sip?
No.
Not gonna play ball, huh? All right, admit it. The stereo was already busted.
You can't prove anything.
Is this or is this not your signature?
No, as a matter of fact, it isn't.
Uncle Leo. This case is closed pending further evidence.
I really like this scene. I love everything about it. The define rarely, frequently.
Dude, it's so stupid, but frequently.
Yeah, but the way that the lights, the beads of sweat on Newman, the way Jerry just kind of jiggles his can with the soda still in it. Can I have a sip? No.
I'm actually quite comfortable.
Everything about the scene, I think, is really well done.
Yeah, this is one of the best scenes of the episode. Always been a big fan of that. Pretty hot under these lights, huh, Seinfeld? Pretty hot.
And isn't there's another coworker there, and he's just kind of nodding off.
He's falling asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
I love seeing Jerry cool and collected.
He's in control.
Yeah, in control of the scene. I don't know why Newman is getting so worked up, but I guess he has a lack of evidence.
Well, he's so close to bringing Jerry down. He can taste it, and yet it's right there.
All right, let's cut over to whose office are we back at Dr.
This would be Dr. Resnick.
Is it Resnick?
No, I'm sorry, Dr. Berg. Because it's the receptionist is the same.
That's right, Dr. Berg. So we're outside the doctor's office on the street, and Elaine explains to Kramer, all right, you got to pop in there, grab my chart, and then leave. But before heading up, Kramer double checks that her last name is Bennett, right?
It's Benes, you jackass. My last name is Benes. Hey, I don't feel so bad about mixing up Reston and Resnick now, because Kramer does it too.
Lily, Susan, happens all the time. So Kramer borrows Elaine's scarf, pulls out his pipe, and enters the office as Dr. Van Nostrand.
Yes, I like what you've done there.
May I help you?
Yes. I'm Dr. Van Nostrand from the clinic. I'm going to need Elaine Bennis's chart. She's a patient of mine, and I don't think she's going to make it. It's very bad, very messy.
I see. And what clinic is that again?
That's correct.
Excuse me?
From the Hoffer-Mandorf Clinic in Belgium.
Oh, really?
The Netherlands?
Where's my chart? Did you get it?
No.
What? What happened?
I don't know, but now they got a chart on me.
So now Kramer is reprising his alias.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? We mentioned Wanda Pepper. That was in the nose job.
That was the first appearance of Dr. Van Nostrand.
Yes.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm. It all comes together.
Martin Van Nostrand.
It's just classic Michael Richards stuff. I love how that scene opens up with he kind of sidles up to a doctor and just says, "Oh, I like what you've done with that."
And the doctor just kind of turns around and doesn't even acknowledge him.
Just, walks away.
My favorite portion of that clip was, I see. And what clinic is that again? That's correct.
Another classic Kramer response.
And then the Hoffer-Mandorf Neo Clinic in Belgium.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out, but that's what the subtitle said. So Hoffer-Mandorf Neo Clinic. I thought I heard Mendel Clinic in there.
That would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Where does he say that is?
Belgium. The Netherlands?
Of course, this doesn't work out for Kramer, and now they've got a chart on him, so everyone's getting busted here.
He'll never be able to get a job.
This is, of course, the exterior of the CBS Studios administration building, which we've brought up countless times before. Haven't seen it in a while, but we always like to, bring up other episodes. The Smog Strangler, when he gets arrested. Also, when they do the dancing, the murderer struck again.
Exactly.
So it gets used all the time. All the time. But let's cut back to the photo store here. This is a brief moment, but we've also got a deleted scene to talk about. Newman is marching down the street, pretty angry, just repeating Jerry's name over and over. That is until he looks inside the photo store and sees Ron developing George's photos. One of them being Jerry standing next to his stereo, about to stab it with a screwdriver.
Jerry.
And you kind of see a bit of it. It looks like Newman is about to go into the store.
Yes.
But there is a deleted scene out there where we actually see what happens inside. Do you want to do a little rundown? Did you see this?
I didn't see this, actually. I didn't know there was a deleted scene.
Shoot. Well, I can explain it. He walks inside, and he confiscates the photos that Ron has developed.
Okay.
And he says, this is United States Postal Service business. And he shows, holds up a badge.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the photos, and then he sprints off, scampers off. And there's a customer there, and he looks at Ron, and he says, "Was that a badge?" And Ron says, "I think it was a book of stamps."
Oh, nice.
And if you go back, Newman, in fact, was just kind of bullshitting and pulled out, a book of stamps to hold up.
Oh, I like that. I would like to have them keep that in.
And I guess in the process, maybe when he opened up his wallet or took things out of his pocket, there's a business card that he leaves on the counter.
And it just says
Newman, yes, as we'll find out here. Later, George stops by for his photos, and Sheila has no idea what happened to them.
The dance continues.
And Sheila says, I'll call you when I find them. And George kind of, asks her out on the spot. Maybe we could go out and do something sometime.
Something. I said, or something.
That's a date. And everything's looking great, but there is this odd moment when George walks by Ron as he's leaving, and Ron gives him a very flirty hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And George is so, as he exits the Photoshop, he's looking back, so perplexed. What's with this guy?
And this is classic George, too. Just that, probably his biggest fear is is not gay people, but the fact that he might have feelings for another man.
I'm not gay.
Neither am I.
Now that is a handsome man.
So Sheila tells Ron, hey, that little guy finally asked me out.
And now Ron is put out. He's like, oh.
Yeah, Ron's a little disappointed that George isn't into him. But
George is a heartbreaker in this episode.
But Ron, tells Sheila, that this guy stopped by from the post office and confiscated George's photos. He left a card, which, as you pointed out, just says Newman on it, which is perfect. But let's cut over to the post office here for our final scene, a great conclusion to the episode. Jerry's been called back, and this time George has been called in too, when Newman and his associate enter with 2 poster boards, and they're both covered. And, Jerry kind of turns into that, classic criminal type, like, I'm clean, Newman, you know it. And Newman disagrees and uncovers one of the posters. It's a blown-up image of Jerry about to stab his stereo with a screwdriver.
This doesn't look like a man who's happy with his stereo performance, now does it?
Where did you get that? I think that's one of mine.
Looks like you're breaking into it like an otter cracks open a clam.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm sure there's an explanation.
Yes, it's called mail fraud. Ooh, how I've longed for this moment, Seinfeld. The day when I would have the proof I needed to haul you out of your cushy lair and expose you to the light of justice as the monster that you are. A monster so vile. There'll be a small fine.
Okay.
Can we go now?
Not so fast, pretty boy. There's more to this sordid little affair.
Oh, God.
This photo clearly indicates your involvement in some ill-conceived mail-order pornography ring, as does this one, found in the same disturbing packet.
Oh, my God!
We have a few questions we'd like you to answer.
I have a few questions of my own.
Hi, your mailman. Oh, my God. George.
It's not what you think. I put my trust in the wrong person. You said the key word was tasteful.
The timeless art of seduction.
I gotta say, for an episode that kind of started off a little slow, a little off on the wrong foot, it ends with a punch, with a pow.
It really does, man. Like, say what you will about season 8, season 9, they really are nailing the endings. The fight with Elaine and Frank.
We're getting into like the review part of the show, but Newman finally he goes off from that. I've longed for this moment, Seinfeld, and he gets into his like villainous tone, and the guy has to stop him. What's the penalty for Jerry?
There'll be a small fine.
Okay. And then just when you think that's over, in typical Seinfeld fashion, they boom, twist again, and not so fast, pretty boy. And we learn.
Sorry, can I jump in real quick? That is the second time Newman has called someone pretty boy.
Oh, nice game, pretty boy.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Mm-hmm. See, I know things. But we learn that George is the big loser yet again. Didn't see it coming. Everything was kind of coming up Milhouse for George this episode up until this photo was revealed, and it got him. It cost him a relationship, and now he's in a bizarre male pornographic sex ring or something.
Yeah, I wonder if that goes on his record somehow. Like, will this follow George wherever he goes?
Well, he'll just change that in his file at work.
I love the actress who plays Sheila. She does such a good job where she's like, oh my God, George.
Yeah, she's got a very wholesome quality to her too, and then to be exposed to this is a nice payoff.
It just completely like shatters her vision of George. Love that. And that last line is killer. The timeless art of seduction. That kind of became like a trademark quote, like "No soup for you," or I don't know, take your pick.
Yeah, pick one.
But well, let's cut over to a doctor's office here out in the country. Elaine, Kramer, and Leo are visiting this doctor in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully, he has no ties to New York City. And, Elaine's there. She's itchy. Kramer's itchy. Leo has a neck brace on for some reason.
Didn't Leo say the country road is what hurt his back?
Oh, yeah, I guess. So he got the neck brace at the doctor's office?
Perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I was missing something there. Maybe he was injured in the explosion, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
his back went out.
He's in traction. He's still got the eyebrows, though, of course. He hasn't washed those off for some reason. And when the country doctor, invites Elaine back, he gets interrupted by a phone call. And when he answers it, he's like, "Oh, yes, they're right here talking about the 3 patients." And there's a pause. I understand.
And it's coming.
Yes. So that's possibly Phil Hartman making that phone call, right?
Oh, it has to be now. Yeah, we've cemented it. Kramer also has an itch. Is that because he borrowed Elaine's scarf?
Oh, I didn't put that together. Yes, totally.
She didn't stop him?
Oh, yeah. So I thought it was just because they were, in contact with each other. But yeah, definitely the scarf. Good call.
Why didn't she stop him when he asked to borrow her scarf?
Maybe she was going to, but with that Bennett comment.
Oh, there you go.
You jackass.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes. One last thing I think you want to mention from this scene.
Yes. One of the Seinfeld writers, which we adore, David Mandel, happens to be the gentleman in the overalls holding his prized pig in the country doctor's office. And I'm so jealous of Dave Mandel. Not only does he work on a show that he grew up, as a fan, he gets to contribute wonderful episodes to this show, but they let him have these little tiny parts so that he can be, recognized forever as this is the farmer doctor's office, and then he'll also ask about Frolf later on.
All right. When we see him in the Frolf scene or earlier in the mental institution, he's very recognizable, but I never knew this was him just because he has like a hat on, and I don't know if
he's kind of low key, and I think you noticed the pig more than him.
Right, of course. But yeah, I never realized that was Dave Mandel until now. Right, Vinny, I think we've come to the end of our discussion. Should we move on to ratings and reviews?
Okay.
So, what do you think?
So, Matt, is this episode going to go in your chart?
Oh, got the pen ready?
Yep.
It might go in my chart. It's definitely not a difficult episode. I would never label it difficult, but wait a second. Is going in my chart a bad thing or a good thing?
It's up to you. We give it back to you.
If it's a bad thing, then you're against the chart. I like this episode. It's definitely an episode that I had lower expectations for.
Yeah.
This season, but it was very delightful. I'm pretty familiar, maybe too familiar with the whole timeless art of seduction. Mm-hmm. It's not as overplayed as the soup Nazi, where everyone knows about it. But it's I didn't get much out of the George arc this week, I think, because it's such a popular storyline.
Okay.
I actually enjoy the Kramer, Jerry, Newman stuff a lot more. The whole write-off stuff to the interrogation scene.
But it's funny because that storyline is so wonderfully connected to George's scene, which kind of makes them go hand in hand in a sense.
Right. Yeah, definitely there's some good dovetailing at the end of this episode, especially for a writer's first script. So
yeah. Good job.
Yeah, hats off to Jennifer for delivering a pretty solid first episode. But as season 8 goes, this really isn't one of my favorites, nor is it one that I will really put on. But happy to watch it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely not going to skip this one. I think it started off kind of on a rough footing with that cold open that was kind of it was so-so.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
then
weak, I think.
The whole you said weak. The sitcom-y part with the male guy, Danny, That I was like, really, Seinfeld, you're doing this? But then it really like got sure-footed and came into its own. We had a great appearance, cameo from Frank Costanza last week, and now this week we get Uncle Leo, which I love. I love seeing the Newman, Kramer, Jerry stuff, like you said. The Elaine having a rash thing being difficult was a so-so storyline for me.
It was more frustrating than funny, right?
Yeah. I mean, the best thing that came out of it was Uncle Leo and the eyebrows. Whoa, Uncle Leo. But the timeless art of seduction, what can you say? It's up there among these images that we have come to adore.
Right.
So for that, I think it's a really good episode. It just starts kind of slow.
And I think it's elevated, kind of like the Little Kicks is elevated from that iconic scene, that iconic imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Maybe people can hear the construction going on downstairs. Maybe it's time we should wrap it up, actually.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to add there, Vinny?
No.
Very excited to get to the rest of Jennifer's episodes this season and next. But overall, really strong start. Won't crack my top 20, though. What about you?
Same.
All right.
Can you give it something?
Oh, that's right. We like to give ratings every once in a while. We call it ratings and reviews, but we don't always rate. I'll give it... I think we're being a little tougher on these later seasons, so I'm going to give it 6.5 sips of mug root beer out of 10.
Oh, nice. I was toying. I always feel like we're close for the most part in our ratings, so I was toying with a half review, but mine was going to be a little bit higher.
Okay.
But I want to be as close to you as possible, so I'm going to give this 7 demeanors out of 10.
Nice. Oh, I think that rumbling means we should get out of here.
Okay, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or leave us a voicemail at Coco Pasco.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
We are discussing the 6th episode of Season 8, The Fatigues. Sleep tight, mates, in your quilted chambray nightshirts.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
The dance continues.